Hello, everyone. I'm Gabby,
Yo, what up? Hey, and it's Sava.
and we are Actively Autistic. We're bringing this podcast to you from the very comforts of our
My
bedrooms.
bedroom. Yeah. In the middle of buttfuck nowhere, by the way.
mm. uh,
Very much.
we created this podcast for neurotypicals and neurodivergents alike, allowing us to bring more of our thoughts and our voices into the things we share across our vast accounts of social media.
Because it's one thing to hear, or quote unquote, hear a post, i.e., read, and it's another thing to actually hear things being said.
We'll be touching on various topics that we have shared across all of our social media platforms, as I just said like a minute ago. And we'll also be having some guest speakers later on in the season.
We're going to attempt and make this a regular thing, hopefully weekly, maybe bi-weekly. We're not so sure because life is a piece of shit sometimes.
Life definitely happens, yeah. So our plan is to have everything come out on a Sunday. Weekly on Sunday, like Sava said, possibly bi-weekly because life.
Life in existence, and apparently my neighbors have something to say.
We look forward to having you guys on this journey with us.
So, Gabby McGabberson, do you want to tell us about you?
Sure. My name is Gabby, and I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 21 after being falsely diagnosed with ADHD. I also have GAD, which is generalized anxiety disorder, which many autistic people actually have, but that's something we'll talk about later. And I also have a few other mental illnesses / disabilities. But having been diagnosed as an adult, there's a lot of things that I'm learning, and I'd love to help fellow friends navigate through life with me. I'm also working on changing the stigma around autism and any other disabilities, and I'm really excited to be doing this. And I say and a lot, but I hope to make a small change or difference within like the world, the community. And I am really excited to have you guys along with me, along with us. You want to tell us about yourself, Sava?
I mean, that's what I'm here for, right? So, I'm Sava. I will be 22 in approximately a month and a half, if I can speak correctly. And I am both physically and mentally disabled. My journey through all of that kind of started when I was 17, despite being tested since I think I was a toddler, but nothing ever came up. But in the past 4 to 5 years, some physical issues came up. So I have anything from ADHD to PTSD to a hypermobility disorder. It's a great little amalgamation of hatred. Don't worry about it though. I'm not formally diagnosed with autism, but there is heavy evidence that I am. So I basically self-diagnosed myself as at least on the spectrum. I don't know where, I don't know how, but that's fine with me. Having said that, I'm here not just to end the stigma for autism, but for all disabilities, big and small, visible and not visible, because we're people too, damn it. Just because we can't function in the world created for people that are quote unquote normal doesn't mean we don't have the ability to try.
I 100% agree with that. And just so you guys know, we also accept self-diagnosed people, because for the longest time, I was self-diagnosed as autistic. I never used it when I spoke to anybody, but it was something that I identified with, And now that I have that official diagnosis, it's just a lot easier. So we're here for you guys.
Yep, we certainly are. We're going to learn just as much as everybody else.
So I'm Gabby.
And I'm Sava.
And we're Actively Autistic. See you next week.
Yeet yeet.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our podcast. Actively Autistic is directed and produced by me, Gabriella Jade, and co-produced by Sava. Original music is created by me as well and can be found on our social media at some point in the future.